state to public.
If you have a permit, you're welcome to come in with that.
But it's funded by it's funded by state taxpayers.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's not state taxpayers?
This is funded by the gift shop donations.
Yeah.
No, it's private property.
No, it belongs to the state, but the state doesn't fund it.
Yeah, but it's state property. We have right to film. If you saying I'm violating the rules right now, right?
State property?
Hold on. If I'm violating the rules right now, those people taking video right there, that gentleman with the camera, it's public.
If I can have you off state property, you're fine.
This is private property.
What did I just say? I'm not talking to you.
Well, I'm with the news media also. I'm with him.
Okay, like I said, if you have a
permit, you can roll this.
No. Off there or you go to jail. Pick one.
Ask you a question as a public servant?
Nope.
Well, you're a public servant.
So what about the other people filming and taking video? If it's state property, it's paid for by the taxpayers. A ranger stated that we cannot step on the property because it was state-owned, and he refused to speak on camera. You need a permit to exercise your First Amendment. You hear everybody? They want us to get a permit to exercise our First Amendment on this property here. Sir, why are we not allowed on this property here?
These are the rules.
The rules of what?
Those are the rules.
Now, is this or is this not state property?
These are the rules, sir.
Is this state property?
These are the rules.
Are these rules or are you just making stuff up?
Those are rules.
So we're not allowed on this property because we belong to the media. You hear everybody? You're not allowed to take video or pictures of this property because it's state property. The Constitution is the law of the land. You people need to realize that and understand that. Sir, we were told that we could not step on this property here because we're filming. Is that true?
Correct.
Now, is this or is this not state property?
Would you like to go inside and talk about it?
The officer said if we stepped on this state property here, we'd be arrested.
No, you're not going to be arrested, but if you want to go inside, we can talk about it in my office and we can figure out what you want and what you need. And
all I'm trying to do is do a little film here. I want to ask people questions, that's all. You know, First Amendment.
Film out here. You can film off the curb line. On here, there's no filming allowed, no interviews allowed.
No filming allowed?
State property.
What's that?
Why is that? Why can't we step
You have to take that up with the state.
I'm sorry. If you take a look, there's people with video cameras right there, a woman with a video camera, there's a guy with a camera.
I understand.
What's the difference?
You're conducting an interview and you want to interrupt these people's vacations.
We're not interrupting nobody.
You want to interrupt these people's vacations and do your business. Those are the rules that were established, and that's the rules that we stand by. It's not going to help anything. It's not going to help your cause. It's not going to allow you to get up here.
I'm not here for any cause. All I'm here is to exercise my First Amendment. The state property falls under the First Amendment of the Constitution. Is that or is that not correct?
I'm not going to get into debate with you.
Sir, you're the PIO. You have to answer that question.
Let me answer you this way. I'm not going to get into a debate with you on that right now.
I'm not debating. I'm just stating the law. This is the law of the land.
Here's the thing. The law is you cannot film on this.
And what's the law? What's the code, sir?
If you want to take that up with the General Land Office on Monday.
Yeah, but what's the law? What is the law? Could you recite the law, please?
Do you have any other questions?
Could you recite the law?
Do you have any other questions?
Sir, and you recite the law, we're allowed to step on this. You understand that?
You're not.
What's the law?
You're not allowed.
Could you please get somebody to recite the law for us right now?
The rules and regulations.
Where's the rules and regulations? Where's the law? No, this is state property.
I will show you where they're at. I'm not going to sit here and get in a debate with you over something.
If we follow you, I'm keeping the camera rolling. That's how it goes.
The camera has to stay here.
No, it's how it goes for our protection. So
these guys are not going to allow you on this property. That's the way that it is.
On whose property is that again?
Whose property
on
is it?
This property, right?
Whose property? Is this the people's property or your property?
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, but you're not answering my questions.
Do you have any?
Yes, I do.
That's relevant.
Yes, I do, sir. Could you recite the law, please, that says we can't go on state property?
Gentlemen, you know the rules?
Yes, sir. Sir.
And
whose rules are they?
If you have anything else, come and see me.
Sir, you're not answering our question. You're walking away. Sir, you're not answering our questions.
You don't know the answer. You know
There's no law saying we can't be on this property.
This is state property. This is our property. This is taxpayer property.
This is the people's property, not the New World Order's. Because you don't know the law. Because you're making it up.
No, they said it's rules. It's not even laws.
You're making the rules up. There is no law. And this is a prime example of federal takeover, folks. It's disgusting. We need a permit to step on this piece of property right here. When he clarified that it was state property, therefore it falls under the First Amendment of the Constitution. And these officers right here are going to dishonor their oaths if I stepped off on this property and arrest me for exercising my First Amendment. And sir, you guys took an oath to be in office. Is that correct?
Have a nice day, sir.
Have a nice day. You know, you should read the Constitution, you guys. That's the law of the land. Problem, that's why our country's falling apart, because of people like you guys. You don't know the Constitution, you let these globalist scum step all over us. It's disgusting.